Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to PJTC. We're so glad you could come here to celebrate Shabbat with us. What else is going on today? I know it's Shabbat, but oh yeah! My good friend, Marcus Goldman, is celebrating becoming bar mitzvah. We are so grateful to his family for sharing this simcha with us here at PJTC and for the honor of celebrating Marcus becoming a Jewish adult and a leader in this community. So you're going to see him from time to time up on the beam this evening, and certainly for a lot of it tomorrow, but let's not spoil it. So first off, a couple things you should know. This is a safe community. We have really appreciated everybody abiding by various posted placards and endless emails, and I understand that things are changing rapidly around the country and around the county, and we're sort of making our plans based on the decisions of our safety and security task force. We were constantly monitoring things for just a little while longer, as long as we have to, and no longer. We're going to keep wearing masks throughout services over your nose and mouth, and you'll see, when Cantor's got no mask on, I've got a mask on. When I have no mask on, she's got a mask on. When people are coming up to the microphone one at a time to share things, they'll take their masks off. Everybody else, if you need a mask break at any time, please feel free to go outside and get some fresh air. Say hi to the peacocks for me. This is also a musical community. So throughout tonight and throughout Shabbat, we will be making music up here, and we hope that you will be making music down there and out there in the internet with us. So this is so that we can all make music together. If you think you shouldn't sing because you're on mute, that's when I do some of my best singing. So whenever you hear a tune, if you kind of catch the tune, if you know the song, sing along. If you don't know it, hum with us. We do a niggin like we were doing a second ago. If you catch the rhythm, tap on the chairs in front of you, or your prayer book is very percussive too. If you have a trombone at home, please feel free. As Psalm 150 teaches us, whatever instruments you have at your disposal are appropriate for a moment of gratitude and praise. So with that, we are going, I almost forgot. There's one more thing that's been really wonderful these last few months is we've created this multi-access environment. When we have this live streaming environment, the nice thing is that the entire service is captured for posterity, which means you are now liberated, like the Jews leaving Egypt, from the tyranny of your cell phones. So please, any kinds of electronic devices that make noises or take pictures or things like that, put those away. We've got it covered for you. So please feel free to be fully present in Shabbat, in this service, and in celebration with the Goldman family as we begin this service tonight with a song. It's where we welcome in the angels that escort us in peace throughout Shabbat, and that's going to be Shalom Alechem, and that's on a page, and that page is number 13, page 13.
So let's join together. I would encourage you to, as you sing, close your eyes a little bit and let go of everything that you've been worrying about or focused on during this past week. Shabbat gives us an opportunity to pause, to rest. So let's take it. Shalom Alechem, Malachei Yasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Moachem LaShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu LeShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Tzechem LaShalom, Malachei Yashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Together. Yair Alem
just as we increase the song in our hearts for Shabbat, we increase the light in our space. You'll see we've got some Shabbat candles lit over here already, but they have not had a blessing said near them yet. And so I would like to invite up Marcus, as well as his parents, Jason and Amber, and his brother Brandon and sister Bella Rose, to come up and light the Shabbat candles all together as a family. Or say the blessing, that is.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu bo mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlich ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shekayach. Another thing we do is, as Cantor Ruth was saying, we need to lift ourselves up out of the week. What a week. Worthy of lifting up out of. And so we do that by means of a sulam, a kind of a ladder, if you will, like they described the sulam, the ladder extending from earth to heaven in Jacob's dream. In this case, our ladders are musical scales. And so we start with the psalm, Lachuna Ranana, that's on page 15.
לכו נרננה לאדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו מתודה מזמירות נריע לו, כי על גדול אדוני מלך על כל אלוהים יושב יד המחדש. ארבעים שנה כודרתון ואומר עם טועי לבבל והם לא ידעו דרך עלי אשר נשפטי באפי אם יבואון אל מנוחתי.
Page 16.
יאי לה 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 יאי לה 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 שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום, ישועתו ספרו בגויים, כבודו בכל העמים, נפלאותיו כי גדול אדוני, ולעלמנו נורא על כל אלוהים, יאי אלוהי די, היי אלוהי די, היי אלוהי די, אלוהי אלוהי די, אלוהי אלוהי די, היי אלוהי די, אלוהי אלוהי די.
next step up the ladder is a more recent one. It's a song that's merely about 500 years old. I still like it. These were our ancestors in Sfat who were trying to reimagine services. Every few hundred years we do that, you know. They were reimagining, how do we bring more energy?
To tell me something?
No, you're doing great. How do we bring more energy to our Friday night services?
Yeah, we are.
We can't just go right into Baruch Hu. So what if we welcomed in Shabbat? They said, this is in Sfat, but the Kabbalists about 500 years ago. They said, what if we greeted Shabbat like it was a long-lost family member coming to visit? Or we greeted Shabbat like it was the queen coming to town to pay a visit. Or we greeted Shabbat like that moment when you're at a wedding and brides or grooms come down the aisle and everybody stands up and faces the back. And we said the Shabbat, L'cha Dodi, come my beloved. We're going to do that right now. Wait till we tell you to stand. But for right now, let's sing together. We're on page 22, page 22.
Why don't you just hum along with this melody? It's very simple. Let's reimagine Shabbat and pretend that this is a brand new melody and we want to be a part of it. It's very, very, very simple. I'll sing it once. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 together. Lecha Dodi. Likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lo tevoshi, page 22. Lo tevoshi ולא תקרבי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תרמי. וכי יחסו אני הימי ונבנתה הרמתי לה together לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. והיו לפשיסה שעשריך ורחקו כל מבלעיך יסיס עלייך אלוהיך כי ימסוס חתן על כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. תציב את אדוני תריצי על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני הסגולה בואי קלעתי בואי קלעתי לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה Let's do it together לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה
You may be seated if you wish. We are going to continue with a psalm for Shabbat, which is going to be led for us by Brandon Goldman. Coming back to the Bima, Brandon Goldman. The rest of us, he's going to lead us in this. It is a responsive reading, and if you haven't done a responsive reading before, don't worry, you'll be great at it. It means that he starts and then we take turns. And whenever you're ready, Brendan, we're all on page 23.
It is good to acclaim Adonai, to sing your praise, exalted God.
To affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp.
Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I sing with joy of your creation.
How vast your works, Adonai, your designs are beyond our grasp.
The thoughtlessness cannot comprehend. The foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever.
Your enemies, Adonai, your enemies shall perish. All the wicked shall crumble.
But me you have greatly exalted. I am anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes. I have heard the despair of my attackers.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow tall like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They will thrive in the courts of our God.
They shall bear fruit even in old age. They shall be ever fresh and fragrant, to proclaim Adonai is just, my rock in whom there is no flaw. Kol HaKavod, well done. Thank you, Brandon. We're going to continue on this same page, facing page in Hebrew. We're going to sing together.
שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון לזמר לשמך על היגיון וכינור, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך, במעשה ידיך הרנן. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. יא אליי 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 יא אליי 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 יא אליי אליי אליי. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך
Well, once again, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're glad to have you here at PJTC. If you've been here this whole time, we're glad to have you here at PJTC. Whether you are in the room or on the Zoom or live streaming in, wherever you're coming from, you are in the right place. And we're really grateful to have you with us to celebrate Shabbat and also celebrate a certain Marcus Goldman becoming Bar Mitzvah. And so we talked earlier and we agreed, I'm going to talk tonight. He's going to talk tomorrow. So no spoilers, but he's got something really wonderful prepared for you. This Parshat Pekudei, the final Parsha of the book of Exodus, we finally put together the Mishkan, this tent, this tabernacle that we have been talking about this whole time, several parshiot dedicated to building the tabernacle. Marcus is going to share with you a powerful archetype that presents to us for Jewish life today and throughout history. I'm going to talk about the actual moment that the whole thing came together. Ever been putting together a really complicated piece of IKEA furniture? That moment when you look around, you flip to the last page and you look around and there's no extra pieces left. And you wonder, what am I going to do with another Allen wrench? But that moment when you're done, and it's just, there's almost nothing like it, I'll say. This is that kind of moment, and then some. In Sefer Shemot, in the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 14, after describing all of the wonderful stuff that they got together to build this Mishkan, they put all the pieces out. You know, it's like it says in the instructions, lay all the pieces out, make sure you have this many of that, that many of this, and it's all in front of you. And then, verse 17, it says, in the first month of the second year, so this is Nisan, so they've been traveling for about a year now. On the first of the month, 2 weeks till Passover, the tabernacle was set up. Moses set up the tabernacle, placing its sockets, setting up its planks, inserting its bars, erecting its posts. Then he spread the tent over the tabernacle, placing the covering of the tent on top of it, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Pretty exciting, huh? What's wrong with this picture? I'm going to ask you two rhetorical questions beyond just that one. How tall is Moses? I mean, times were different back then, so he's probably like 3.5 feet tall, I say, Less important. How tall was the tabernacle that Moses, and how wide was it that Moses, not only did he bring all that stuff together, remember, this is a tent big enough to hold about 2 million people, plus God, not small. All the pieces had to be brought together. All the joists had to be fit. I mean, these planks are huge, right? This is heavy sockets made out of silver and this gigantic tent. And Moses put it together. So what's the rabbi's question of our tradition? They look at this and they say, how is this possible? Well, of course, there's a midrash that says Moses didn't actually put it together. God put it together. But because Moses had been helping out this whole time, God wanted to give Moses credit. So God says, hey, Moses, hold up your staff and watch this. And Moses held up his staff, and the whole tent came together. And everybody was just agog. I mean, they'd seen some cool stuff so far, but this whole tent just together, just like that. And that's when they recorded the tradition that Moses put the tent together. It was nothing short of a miracle. And maybe Moses didn't do it himself, but give the guy some credit. He's been with them this whole time. And I shared with the family earlier this week in the Kita Zion class as well that I love this parsha for a bar mitzvah, right? Because this dude is about to get up and make this whole thing look easy, right? Just like Moses raising his staff and putting the tent together, he's going to stand up, he's going to do the baruch hu, and it's like, man, it was like he was born to do the baruch hu. Well, fun fact, he was. He was born to do the baruch hu. He was born to read the Torah. He was born to chant his hafshara and give an amazing Devar Torah. Again, no spoilers. And he makes it look so easy. But he knows different. And I know different. And Cantor Ruth knows different. And the family knows how much work has gone into this, right? He's going to celebrate for this weekend, but he's going to be a Jewish adult for decades, right? And all that's gone into this, months of preparation, years of education, generations of pride and dedication to come to this one moment to make it look easy. Reminds me of this quote I read in a business book. It only takes 10 years of daily hard work to become an overnight success. So anybody you see who looks like an overnight success, it was 10 years of hard work getting to that point. But it's still okay to celebrate on that single day, at that single moment, where it all comes together. Like Cantor Ruth said, it's been kind of a week. In addition to an ongoing refugee crisis around the world, in the time when they're saying there are more people moving around the world, and this was before a week ago, there are more people displaced and moving around the world right now than at any time since World War II. Not for nothing, on this particular Shabbat, HIAS, the wonderful Jewish refugee organization, is calling on all synagogues to celebrate this as a special Shabbat in commemoration of refugees around the world. And if you'll stick around with us on Sunday, our Social Justice Committee is putting an incredible program together to talk about just that. Tonight, I just want to say that in the last week, 1 million people have left Ukraine, give or take. And I tried to check the numbers right before Shabbat. And they said this whole time that 5 million people in a country of 40 million will be displaced. And they can only count the ones that are crossing the border. Who knows how many people have been displaced eternally as they've gone from one city to another, from the city to the country, or to the battlefield as families have divided. This is why it's important to focus on it. Because, look, I am a person of faith. A wise person said to me earlier tonight when I said, "Boy, we're gonna pray for people who are suffering right now," and he said, "I don't think prayer is going to fix this one, Rabbi. We need action." And I said, "You're right. We do need action. The prayer is not for them. The prayers are for us, so that we can gain the strength, so that we can gain the calm, so that we can gain the presence of mind to do what is so important to be done. We need to be still, and then we need to get going. There will be a single day when the tide turns. There will be a single day when the first person who left because of this strife opens up their front door again. There will be a single moment, and it will look like a miracle, because it'll be a miracle. But to get there, we have to work hard every day from this day to that one, and it will be worth it. One of the things we're talking about on Sunday is how we have already, in the last globally recognized refugee crisis of people leaving Afghanistan, that this community has already helped to settle an Afghan family in Pasadena. We were one of the first congregations in Los Angeles to get that partnership with Highest to do that. And that is a miracle. And now it's a template, because we are not done. But before we worry about what's next, let's celebrate that singular moment of miracle. There will be a single day when the last muzzle is silent. There will be a single day when all are at peace. And that day will be a miracle. Every day from this day to that will be hard work. But when we get there, when finally we pull this tent together, when everything is connected, when the shelter of peace is draped over us, when finally God's presence will fill our sanctuary, and God will look around and rejoice when God sees all of us together, we will celebrate, because it will be the miracle we made. Shabbat Shalom, and thank you for joining us here at PJTC.
Shabbat Shalom.
We are now going to call upon our co-leader of this service, Mr. Marcus Goldman, who's going to be leading us in the Baruch. For everybody else, we're going to rise and face the ark and join together on page 28. Page 28.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam.
V'dio ben yom ben laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu, le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shemo.
Hama'ariv Aravim.
Amen.
You may be seated as we continue on page 29. Page 29, we've blessed God for illuminating our lives. Now we bless God for the constancy of God's love. Ahavat Olam. Please join us.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה נגע יומם בלילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו We now go to our bar mitzvahs. He leads us in Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
And continue at your own pace in the middle of page 30. We'll get back together in just a moment. Let's be joined together for Vayomer at the top of page 31.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael ve'amarta alehem ve'asu lahem tzitzit al kenfei vigdehem l'dorotam v'natnu al tzitzit al kanaf b'til tichelet ve'haya lachem l'tzitzit uritem oto uschartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We continue at the top of page 32, page 32. This blessing following the Shema and its passages speaks of God's nature as a redeemer, answering us when we call.
מלכות הרצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ונעשה לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. In the middle of the page we join together. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אליי, נורא תהילות אוסף אליי. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אליי, נורא תהילות אוסף אליי. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקר היום לפני משה ומרים. זה לי, זה Adonai imloch, Adonai imloch, le'olam va'ed. V'nebarek ifadabret Yaakov, ug'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch ata Adonai,
Baruch Shemo.
Al Yisrael.
I'd like to call up Bella Rose Goldman, who's going to be leading us in the Hashki Venu on page 33. Please join us on page 33.
Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Spread over the shelter of your peace. Praise are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all his people, Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Amen. Now we're going to go on the facing page 33 and sing the song that goes with that. Hashki Venu on page 33. Please join us.
Together. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'yom Amidah u'malkeinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'yom Amidah shomeinu lechayim. Ushmor el tzeiteinu u'oeinu lechayim u'leshalom ve'ata ve'olam.
ותהיינו לחיים, השכיבנו לשלום ועמידנו שומרנו לחיים. שלום, 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 שלום. ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורא סוכות שלום עלינו, ואל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ועל ירושלים.
We continue on page 34, page 34.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם.
We go to, we're in the middle of page 34. We go over to our friend Marcus, who's going to lead us in the Hatzi Kaddish.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'omad yivra kerutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'momechon uv'chayei decho beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yesh me Rabba mevara le'olam u'olam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata Damiran be'alma ve'imeru.
Amen. We rise and face the ark. We're on page 35b for the private Amidah for Shabbat evening. This is a silent prayer where you can pray the words on the page or whatever prayers are in your heart. Take a moment for your private prayer. When you're finished with your own prayers, you may be seated, and we'll all get back together in just a few moments.
Olam chesed yibarmech, yalalai, yalalai. 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 I will build this world from love. Yalalai, yalalai. And you will build this world from love. Yalalai, yalalai. And if we build this world from love, yalalai, yalalai, then maybe God will build this world from love. Yalalai, Olam chesed yibarmech together. Yalalai, Olam chesed yibarmech, yalalai, and if
And we conclude the Amidah of the Kaddish Shalom on page 48. Page 48.
יתקדל ויתקדש ברבה.
Amen.
וילמד מלאכתם ימליך מלכותה וחיי חולים מכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה בזמן קריב וימרו.
Amen.
יש מרבה מבורך לעולם לעולמי עולמי. יתברך וישתבח ויתברך ויתרום ויתעשה ויתעבר ויתעלה השמי לקודשו לאל אמין כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם ברמה וימרו
Amen.
תתקבל צלות ורותן לכל ישראל קודם אבון דבשמיא וימרו
Amen.
יש נורא משמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו
Amen.
עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל וימרו.
Amen. We now begin to end the service with Elenu on page 51. I'd like to call up Bella Rose and Brandon, who are going to be opening the ark for us. Everybody else, we're going to rise and join together on page 51 and face the ark. We're going to wait to start till the ark gets open.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומונים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. על כן נקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות מרב תפארת וזכר. כי המלכות שלך היא, ולעולמי עד תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב את תורתך אדוני ימלוך, לעולם ועד, ונאמר, ואי אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא ושמו אחד.
Please remain standing as we close the ark. The ark is closed. You may be seated. Before we conclude our service, we always pause to remember with honor those who are no longer with us. This week here at PJTC, we're marking the Yahrzeit of, that is the anniversary of the passing of Noah Applebaum, Edith Arno, Adele Boris, Betty Ann Bradley, Rebecca Burston, Irene Entner, Natasha Fuhrer, Simone Fontaine, Morton Fuchs, Leah Bat-Kalman, Laszlo Lengyel, Lita Scharf, Vicky Shalom, Al Soker, David Splaver, and Philip Vigo. If there's another name you'd like to lift up in honor, please hold that name in your heart or say it out loud wherever you are. And if you are in mourning or observing a yard site, please rise and join us for the Kaddish Tome, the Mourner's Kaddish. We're on page 52. Page 52. Let's pray together. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ba'oma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael. Bagala ubizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brihu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush v'chata v'nechemata da'amiran b'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, b'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. You may be seated. Before we close tonight with a wonderful song, we've got several presentations for our friend Marcus. We have presentations from the USY, also the Sisterhood, and our very own men's club, starting with Sam Dichter, who's going to come up here and give Marcus a presentation on behalf of our USY youth group. When I mean presentation, I mean goodies, gifts.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, Marcus. I'm Sam. I'm a classmate of Marcus's from this year's Kita Zayin class. I'm here tonight to speak on behalf of USY. Tomorrow will be Marcus's bar mitzvah, and I know he's worked so hard to prepare. I've known Marcus since third grade. He's always been very smart and a great friend. Today, Marcus, I'm here to present you with a B'chol Echad. B'chol Echad translates to, in one voice, is a songbook used for both Sloach and Ruach at USY regional events. Sloach, or slow Ruach, can be described as calm and reflective, whereas Ruach is filled with energy. I hope to see you at an upcoming event soon, like the USY and Kadima Purim sleepover in a couple weeks. Tomorrow, I wish you the best of luck and a big Yasher Koach on tonight.
Hey, Yasher Koach to you, Sam. Good job. And now it is my honor to call up Nancy Carlton, the president of our sisterhood, for a presentation for Marcus.
I just stay up here and unmask.
It's okay with me.
Man.
But we got to follow the rules, you know.
Marcus, within every celebrated ending, a new opportunity beckons. On behalf of the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center Sisterhood, I am pleased to present you with a gift of a Kiddush cup. Oh, what a surprise. As you sip from this Kiddush cup on Shabbat and Jewish holidays, let it be a reminder of your accomplishments in reaching this very special occasion. And may this gift be a reminder that within every ending, there lies a new beginning that beckons us to reach out and explore. May you continue to explore your Jewish values and heritage from this day forward. And I have to say, if tomorrow is anything like this evening, you're going to do great. I'm extremely impressed with your performance or your involvement this evening. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nancy. And now, last but certainly not least, Ira Blitz is going to come give a presentation on behalf of our men's club.
Hi, Marcus. It was a pleasure watching you today. I congratulate you on behalf of Men's Club. You know, I've learned that you have many talents and interests, you know, soccer, music, animals, but I was especially pleased to learn about the peace that you find communing with nature. Treasuring and protecting nature is a mitzvah and will pay you dividends both spiritually and physically all of your life. I know your parents are very proud of you. As you know, I'm up here today representing the Men's Club, whose mission it is to support the youth programs in our community, and that includes USY, B'nai Simcha, Louis B. Silver Religious School, the Federation Youth Orchestra, and camping scholarships. But today, it's my honor and pleasure to perform my favorite duty, which is to present you with a beautiful yad on behalf of Men's Club. The yad protects the Torah when it is being read, and at the same time adds to the spirituality of its reading. And tomorrow, you're going to have the mitzvah of using this yad to read from the Torah. So congratulations.
Yasher koach. Thank you, Ira. Now, as I warned you, we are going to end this service as we began it, and that's in joyful, beautiful songs. So I'm going to invite you all to rise and sing along with us, and then stick around for Kiddush, would you please?
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, שלום, שלום. שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, שלום, שלום, שלום. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at PJTC, and thank you to the Goldman family for sharing this wonderful occasion with our community. I'd like to invite up the parents and the siblings to join this young man for Kiddush up here. If you're joining us for Kiddush from home, we invite you to grab a glass of whatever it is you celebrate with. No prescriptions or judgments here. For everybody else here, we're going to make Kiddush on your behalf up here, and then I believe we've got maybe some juice and some challah and some nosh outside. But for right now, stick up in here with us. Also, we had some great announcements there a second ago. Don't forget, we got great info in the lobby on this wonderful highest refugee program that we've got on Sunday as well. Oh, come on up, everybody up. Just make sure the bar mitzvah gets the biggest cup. You got the biggest cup?
Yeah, Marcus got it.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, everyone.
It's juice, right?
It's juice.
No, okay, good. He's not that old.
We're gonna bless before we.
Everybody get together. Everybody get together before we get a little singing to do before the drinking.
Let's join together, and then we'll meet outside for some kiddush for the rest of the congregants. ויהי בוקר יום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ, וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי, מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי, מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. Together, ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו. ושבת קודשו ואהבה ורצון קיבלנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תהילה למקראי קודש, זכר יציאת מצרים. פירנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל העולמים, ושבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
Amen. L'chaim. All right, those at home who wish to wash as you wish. I'll make a little Netilat Yadayim up here for everybody. I'll be thinking about each and every one of you while I do this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Amen. Okay, let's pick up the challah on the other side. Are you guys ready? Lift it up, lift it up. Together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'ah. Take a little piece. Shabbat shalom, b'te'avon everyone.
Good Shabbos, everybody. We will see you all outside.
You get a better view. Get a better view. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I hope it's take a better piece.
Amber, you did great. You kept it together the whole time.
I kept it together. Thank you. You did one of.
That's hard work being about this tomorrow.
Wrapping. Okay.
Bella? Hey, Bella? Good job, dude. How'd you feel about
No, make sure you bring it tomorrow. Everything stays here. And you can leave your favorite too.
Okay. Where's that put it?
Yeah, this stays here for you.
Okay, got it.
Anything you can leave here?
Tomorrow, what time? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.